My pranams to all Atma Jyotis, divine light of the self. I welcome all of you for today's satsang. Today's satsang is a special satsang on the occasion of Shri Adi Shankara Jayanti. Adi Shankara Jayanti falls on 6th of May. On that occasion, we are contemplating on teachings of Sri Shankara. Sri Shankara Upadeshamrita. Evening, there's a session in Kannada at Sri Shankara Matha in Rajarajeshwar Nagar. Now I'm going to speak on English. Sri Shankara Upadeshamrita, the nectar of teaching of Sri Shankara. First, let us offer our pranams to Sri Shankara, Guru Parampara. Sada Shiva Samarambam, Shankaracharya Madhyamam, Asmadacharya Paryantam, Vande Guru Paramparam, Shruti Smriti Purananam, Alayam Karunalayam, Namami Bhagavat Padam, Shankaram, Loka Shankaram. It was on this day Sri Shankara was born. A great incarnation of Shiva came to the earth to uplift humanity, to restore Sanatana Dharma. At the young age of 7, Sri Shankara took sannyasa. He went in search of his guru and met his guru, Govinda Padacharya. On the shores of Narmada river. Sri Shankara has sung beautiful hymns, stotras in praise of Guru. Ananta Samsara Samudrataram. Guru is the one who helps you cross the ocean of samsara. Sri Shankara has composed many devotional poems, stotras. The beauty of Sri Shankara's composition, the devotion songs, stotras, are full of love for God, full of love for Guru, at the same time, full of jnana, wisdom. Sri Shankara was walking on the shore of Narmada river. He saw a old man. Old man was practicing Sanskrit grammar. Very old man. Sri Shankara feels pity on him. Sri Shankara says, composes a beautiful poem, song of devotion and jnana. Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Modamate, Samprapte Sannihite Kale, Nahi Nahi Rakshati Vikrum Karane. O fool, think of Govinda. Govinda is one who is known through Go means Vedas. You are approaching death. When you are in deathbed, the Sanskrit grammar which you are studying now will not help you. Sri Shankara's poems, stotras are full of devotion, full of wisdom. That Bhaja Govindam is a beautiful poem. He speaks of two motivations of human beings. Kamini, Kanchana. Kanchana means money. Kamini means satisfaction of desires. All our life, we spend only on these pursuits. Kamini and Kanchana. Kama and Artha. The pursuit of Artha and Kama is our life. And that life is a waste. Human life is very precious. To take a human being birth is very difficult. Extremely difficult. And that birth we are wasting in the pursuit of Kama and Kanchana. Kamini and Kanchana. Kamini means the desires. Desires for material objects, sex, all objects, pursuit of objects in the world. And any pursuit of the objects in the world, we need money, Kanchana. So throughout our life, we spend in those two pursuits only. Look at our own life. Okay, forget my own our life, right? When you are youth, we are trying to play, children. As we grow up, we are fully focused on our career, money, the marriage, the children. There's no time for us to contemplate why I am here, what am I pursuing? And whatever pursuit we do, it does not give us what we want. We are pursuing happiness. We want happiness. We want eternal happiness. A boy who is studying, he is studying to get good marks because he'll be happy. And when he gets good marks, he is not happy because his friend has got better marks. Unhappiness comes. Then he gets a good job. Then he's still not happy because his salary is not good. Perpetually, we are pursuing happiness. And every time we pursue happiness, this is called Kamini. It can be in terms of money, career, position, women, children, family, job, power, everything. There's a frustration sets in. Every time I try something, I'll become successful, immediately bit happy, but immediately unhappiness follows. Happiness and unhappiness keeps coming in cycles. In reality, I'm searching for happiness. Happiness is the interval between two events of unhappiness. But I want pure happiness. So that pure happiness is difficult to find. How do you find? But I don't give up hope. So then people find happiness. These are called Artha and Kama. Kamini, Kanchana. We don't understand that there is no happiness in the objects of the world. So we are looking for happiness in the wrong direction. We don't understand. If the happiness objects are there, happiness is there in the objects of the world, then everybody should be happy. So marriage gives happiness. Everybody should be happy. There are unhappy marriages, there are divorces, there is fighting, quarrel. If sugar gives me happiness, the sugar should give happiness to everybody. But sugar gives unhappiness to somebody who is diabetic. So the objects of the world do not give me happiness. And what gave me happiness once upon a time will not give me happiness now. Once upon a time, I was happy with playing marbles. Now I'm no longer happy. So happiness is not in marbles. Happiness is not in play. Happiness is not in objects of the world. Then where is the happiness? In search of happiness, we are frustrated. We suffer. We are trying to get something which is not there. It is like searching for water in a mirage. How will you find water in a mirage? All our endeavors finding happiness in the objects of the world is bound to fail. Then there are many people who find happiness in dharma. Dharma means rituals. Various kinds of rituals, puja. That rituals and puja come in the section of Vedas called karma kanda. And people believe that by doing good karma, I'll find eternal happiness. Because karma is required for get any happiness, anything in life. So by doing good karma, I'll get a happiness. That's the focus of people who are doing karma kanda. Various rituals, various pujas. They spend their life in that. One day, Sri Shankara was going through a village. He heard that there is a great scholar called Mandana Mishra. He is very famous. There are thousands of students who believe that karma kanda, the karma, can give them eternal happiness. Sri Shankaracharya decides that if I convince Mandana Mishra, then probably a lot of people will understand the reality. So karma alone cannot give you liberation or freedom, what you're seeking. Sri Shankaracharya goes and there's the Mandana Mishra and Shankaracharya have a discussion. A wonderful discussion. Mandana Mishra was a great scholar of karma kanda. Sri Shankaracharya is a proponent of jnana. Sri Shankaracharya says only through jnana you get eternal happiness. Now, Shankara and Mandana Mishra, the discussion goes on. It is a discussion. There's not Vittandavada. They're trying to find truth. Both are great scholars. Both are great learned people. And who is the judge for them? The Mandana Mishra's wife, Sharada Devi, is the wife. Imagine the greatness of Sharada Devi to become a judge for the debate between the husband and Shankaracharya. Finally, Sri Shankaracharya wins. And Mandana Mishra becomes the disciple of Shankaracharya and is given a name, Sureshwaracharya. He becomes a monk. Sri Shankaracharya convinces Mandana Mishra and his disciples that karma alone cannot give you freedom. Karma kanda. Jnana is required. Self-knowledge is required. Atma jnana is required. So you have to go to jnana kanda. So it does not mean we are not condemning karma kanda. Karma is required. Karma kanda is required. Rituals are required. Dharma is required for all of us. But that cannot give ultimate freedom. That will prepare you for jnana. Without a disciplined life of dharma and karma kanda, nobody can get jnana. But dharma and the karma kanda itself will not, karma kanda or rituals itself will not give you liberation, freedom. Karma kanda or rituals will prepare you for purification. So then upasana, meditation helps you to purify. But finally, it is the jnana which gives you liberation. This is the message of Shankara. Don't be under the impression the karma kanda is not required. Karma kanda is required. But the same karma kanda or karma done as an offering to Ishvara. Ishvara arpitam nechaya kratam chitta shodakam mukti sadakam. Karma as done as a service, as an offering to Ishvara will purify. Then it will become sadhaka for mukti, liberation, freedom. This is the message of Sri Shankara. And Mandan Mishra accepted the message. So basically, Sri Shankara brought out the importance of jnana for liberation, knowledge. Now, what is this jnana? What is this knowledge? The knowledge that I am looking for happiness, but I am the nature of happiness. Sat Chit Ananda Swarupi Atma I am. This is the knowledge. Satchidananda Atma. And I'm looking for happiness in the outer world. So for cause of this, why this is happening is because I have ignorance, avidya. What is avidya? I don't know who am I. And I wrongly identify myself with the body, mind, and intellect. I don't know I am the infinite self, Atma, Paramatma. Instead of that, I identify myself with a limited body. A infinite appears to be finite. I identify the mind, infinite, which is of nature of bliss, appears to be suffering because I identify the mind. I identify the knowledge, ignorance, knowledge, and I feel I don't know. I want something. I need to know, have more knowledge. I'm never satisfied when I identify with my body, mind, and intellect. What I don't know, I'm the pure consciousness, where this body, mind, and intellect and the world appear and disappear. The pure consciousness is Paramatma. Atma is Paramatma. That understanding is missing. This understanding that Atma is Paramatma, Jivatma is one, Jiva is one with Ishvara, Jiveshwara Ekatva, is the Shankara's clear teaching, major contribution. Jiva Ishvara Ekatva, realization only can help you to become free from suffering. There's no other way. Sri Shankara said, Brahma Satya, Jagan Nitya, Jivo Brahmaiva Naparaha. Jiva means me, I am Brahma. I am the Brahma means infinite. A finite Jiva, me, I have to realize that I am infinite. That is called Jivatma, Paramatma, Jiva Ishvara Ekatva. Jivatma has to be realized as Paramatma. Jiva is to be realized as Ishvara, oneness with Ishvara. For that, we have to realize Jagat Mithya means the world, what appears, is a mere appearance, unreal. This unreal appearance cannot give me happiness. Like water appearing in a mirage cannot remove my thirst. I'll be frustrated by drinking the water in the mirage. So Jagat Mithya, world is Mithya, unreal appearance in consciousness. Atma, It has to be recognized. Then we have to realize Brahman alone is Satya. There's only one reality called Brahman. And you have to realize I am that Brahman, Aham Brahmasmi. Then you have to realize the Jagat, what appears as the world which appears, is also a Brahman. Sarvam khalu is Brahma. So this is the way for eternal peace, Parashanti. This is the way for Jivan Mukti. This is the way for liberation. This is the teaching, great teaching of Shri Shankara. This is called Advaita. Jiva, Ishvara, Ekatva. Jivatma is Paramatma. I am Brahman. Not only I am Brahman, Sarvam Khalida Brahma. All this is Brahman. The Brahman alone is the reality. So to understand the teachings of Shri Shankara, it's appropriate that we understand the teachings of Shri Shankara on the occasion of Shankara Jayanti. Shri Shankara said, only Jnana can liberate you. Nothing else. Karma cannot liberate you, no matter what you do. Karma, when he says, karma is desire-oriented karma. I want this, I want this. Nishkama karma purifies you. Selfless service purifies you. Karma is the bondage. Why karma is there? Because deep inside I am feeling limited. Why I am feeling deep inside I am feeling limited? Because I don't know I am the infinite self, Atma. I am Paramatma. Parama means here one which has no limitation. So Jivatma, as Jivatma, I suffer the limitation of the body, the space limitation. Mind, which is experience limit, happiness and unhappiness. Intellect, knowledge limitation. I suffer from all kinds of limitation. Can I be free from this? The freedom is possible only when I recognize my true self. Otherwise, I'm suffering. It's like a beggar who is sitting near a seashore and begging money. Every day he is asking 5 paisa, 10 paisa from people. People give him money. One day beggar dies. When the beggar dies, the municipal people come and try to bury the beggar in the sand. And just below the place where he's sitting, there is a lot of money, crores and crores of money. He is sitting on top of wealth, but still he doesn't know he's a beggar. That is the situation with respect to all of us. Jivatma is Paramatma. Jiva, Ishvara, Ekatvam is there. We are not able to recognize that. And that's why we live as beggars. We keep on searching for happiness. And this search for happiness is not complete in one lifetime. So that's why we take many, many lifetimes, infinite number of lifetimes. Shri Shankara says, Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Janani, Jatre Shayanam. Again and again we take birth because we are not satisfied in one life. If you are not satisfied, you want one more body, one more life. This goes on. Shri Shankara says, we see difference in the world, duality. I am separate from you. The world is separate from me. I am the Jiva, individual, limited. The world is big, Jagat. And Jagat is controlled by Ishvara, the Lord. We see separation. Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara. We don't see the oneness behind whole this thing. That oneness is the realization. Oneness is the Brahman. That Brahman is the self, Atma. That realization is required. And when we see the differences, there's a duality. I am seeing you different from me. In fact, there are no two. There's only one reality appearing as many. I don't see that. In the absence of the knowledge, we suffer. One day, Sri Shankaracharya was going near in Kashi. He was taking bath. Then there was a Chandala. Chandala is a dog eater. He comes in front of Sri Shankara. Then disciples of Shankara shout, "Move away, move away. Our Guru is coming." The Chandala asks, who should move away? The body or the mind or the Atma? Atma is all pervading. In praise of him, Sri Shankara, in praise of, actually Shankaracharya recognized that Shiva is standing in front of him as Chandala. He bows down to the person and chants Manisha Panchakam. We see, I am different from you, I am separate from you. When I see separation, there is a raga and dvesha, love and hatred. When I see you as myself, there is pure love. This is Advaita. Sri Shankaracharya composed Manisha Panchakam. Like that, Shankara has given many, many beautiful hymns. So Sri Shankara says, okay, now I am Paramatma, but I don't know. I'm living a miserable life. I'm suffering in the world. There are three types of suffering I'm going through: Adi Bhautika, Adi Daivika, Adhyatmika. This is called Trapatraya. Not one, three, triple problems. Adi Bhautika means physical world gives me trouble. The hot weather, the summer, the winter, the snowfall. Adi Daivika means some unforeseen circumstances, earthquake. Adhyatmika means my mental suffering. I suffer. These three types of suffering I'm going through. How do I come out of that? Sri Shankara says, realize yourself. Brahma Satya, Jagan Mithya. Brahman alone is real. Jivo Brahmaiva Napara. Jiva means you or Brahma. Realize this. This realization alone can help you. This is the teaching. Now, how do I realize myself? I want to experience I am infinite self. What is the infinite self? What am I? How do I realize I am infinite self? I want to experience I am infinity. I am experiencing I am limited. So here Sri Shankaracharya brings a beautiful understanding. The seer and seen are different. If I see a fruit, banana, the banana is different from me. The seer is myself, the banana is seen. The subject and object are different. That's our experience. When we are able to transcend the subject-object duality, there is peace. The seer is different from seen. The experiencer is different from the experienced. The subject is different from the object. This is our experience. If I am able to go beyond the subject-object duality, then there's peace. How do I go beyond subject-object duality? If you imagine the world is like there's a screen, movie screen, and the world is projected on the movie screen. There's a movie going on. In the movie, there's a war, there's a fighting, there is a fire, there's accidents. There's a lot of suffering in the movie. But nothing happens to the screen. So we have to realize that the life is like a movie. I am not a character in the movie. I am the self who is the observer of the movie. The screen doesn't get affected by the movie. I am the screen. So that realization will transcend you. And how do I do that? I want to get experience tomorrow. If I am already pure awareness, I want to get experience tomorrow. Now, what do I have to do? you cannot do anything to get an experience. There's nothing, no action can lead to experience of self. Self can experience anything, but self itself cannot be experienced as an object. The seer can never be seen. All experiences are seen by the seer. But seer itself is not experience. You are the seer. All experiences happen in you, appear and disappear in you. Any experience in you is not you. You are the seer of the experience. You are the knower of the experience. You are the experiencer of the experience. The experience is momentary. It appears and disappears. One moment I experience a banana, I'm happy. Next moment I experience mango, I'm happy. Another moment I experience bitter gourd, I feel bad. So the experience appear and disappear in the mind. But the knower of the experience, it doesn't change. I am there all the time. This understanding is required to become free from suffering. Who you are. Who am I is not an experience at all. Who am I cannot be known as an object. But I know I am all the time. The knower cannot be known. So then we have a challenge. Knower cannot be seen. What is seen is not seer. So we have a challenge. All of my life, I want experience. I want to see. I want to see who I am. Who am I? It's not possible. Then, how to do that? So then you will ask the question of what sadhana I have to do, which place I have to go, which Himalayas I have to go, which ashram I have to go, where I have to go to find myself, Atma. You cannot go anywhere to find Atma. It's here and now. You are the Atma now. You have to recognize you are the Atma now. Not in a time, not in a place. So what is in time and place will disappear in time and place. It's called Nitya. What is not in time and place, what is beyond time and place is called Satya. Only one Satya is there, Brahman. And Satya, that Atma is Satya, Brahman. Everything else is Mithya, appears and disappears. So if you want to experience something, it will be always Mithya. However beautiful experience is that. Oh, I had a beautiful experience of divine vision. Even that is also temporary. God came to me in my house and took prasadam from me. Even that is temporary. So people are seeking experience. That is our suffering, experience of happiness, experience of joy. We have to realize that I am the experiencer. I am the knower of the experience who is beyond experience. So people come and say, I am suffering. The Vedanta says, exactly, when you say I am suffering, you are not suffering. The one who sees the suffering is not suffering. Become aware that you are the seer. Oh, I am unhappy. Become aware that one who is aware of that unhappiness is free from unhappiness. Realize that you are not the body, mind, and intellect. Realize, Nanu, Nanembudu, Nanalla, Ideha, Manabuddhi, Nanalla, Sachidananda Atma, Shivananani, Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, I'm not the intellect, I'm pure consciousness. Realize that. So this teaching alone can liberate you. Now, how do I do that? So how do I understand I am Brahman? Atma is Brahman. So there are three means for us, for any knowledge. It's called pratyaksha. I see something, I know. I see a banana, I know banana. This is called pratyaksha pramana. So somebody says, there is a mountain called Himalayas, it's a beautiful place. I believe that person. I think it is there. It's called paroksha. So Atma is neither pratyaksha nor paroksha. It's not available to sense organs or the mind. Paroksha is available to the mind. Pratyaksha means available to sense organs. Something available to sense organs and mind should have a form. touch, sound, smell, taste, and form. Shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha. If Atma is not available for any of these, then how do I find Atma? How do I find self? And how do I know that it's Brahman? So then you need to have a third type of means of knowledge, pramana. Pratyaksha pramana, anumana pramana, or paroksha pramana, and shruti pramana. Shruti pramana means what scriptures tell you. What scriptures tell. There are many things in life. It's not available to our sense organs or the mind. Pratyaksha and anumana is not available. For example, sun is rising in the east and setting in the west. So I say sun is rising and sun is setting east. Sun is rising in the east and setting in the west. There's no way sense organs are telling me. Pratyaksha is telling me sunrise is happening. Sun is going around the earth. Everybody says sun is going around. Anumana also is like that. There's no other way. But scientists come and tell me, no. Earth is going around sun. I have to trust scientists. I have to believe in scientists. I want to experience Earth going around the sun. How do you do that? You cannot. But scientists will give a very clear logic for you. With that logic, you have to accept it. That's no other way. Experience is not possible for you because it is beyond our sense organs and the mind. Similarly, the sky is blue. I believe the sky is blue. But scientists say, no, sky is not blue. It is a scattering of light. I have to believe scientists. That means there's another pramana, which is trusted sentence, trusted words. I believe scientists, aptavakya. So there are some things which are not available to sense organs and mind. You have to believe on aptavakya. Aptavakya means trusted words. It is like a child. Child has not seen the father. Father has gone to Germany before the birth of the child. After 3 years, the father comes back. So mother says, look, he is your father. The child has no way of verifying the father. DNA test, blood test, what test? I don't know who is father. Mother says, he is my father. The child accepts it. Trusted words of mother. Aptavakya. So aptavakya gives the confidence that this is my father. So some of the things which are not available to our sense organs in the mind, we have to trust on the aptavakya, the trusted words. And what is aptavakya? Veda Mata, the teaching of Veda, Shrutis, is the aptavakya. Veda Mata tells us, Tattvamasi, you are that, you are Brahman. So because Brahman I cannot see, touch, smell, taste, Brahman beyond sense organs, then I have to listen to Veda Mata and accept it. Acceptance of Veda Mata's words, just like a child accepts mother's word as a trusted word, Matruvakya. It's called Aptavakya. So Aptavakya I have to accept. There's no other way for me. No, I want to experience I'm infinite, not possible. I'm infinite Brahman, I am not possible. That's why people start thinking meditation. With meditation, I will be expand and become infinite. In meditation, you feel experience of infinite expansion, but that is still mental activity. The Atma is not available for. Atma is neither expanding nor contracting. So through meditation, I cannot attain Atma. Meditation requires an object, experience. Meditation is experience. Then Aptavakya alone is the problem. People keep on trying. I want experience. They will enter into Nirvikalpa Samadhi. I'll get experience of Atma. Experience, knowledge that I am Atma has to be a clear knowledge, understanding. It's called Nirvikalpa Jnana, not Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Without understanding this, people constantly try for experiences, and every experience is mithya, temporary. You have to see the experiencer. You have to become aware of, I am the experiencer. The experiencer is beyond all experiences. The experience is the knowingness, knower. The knower is the self, Atma, which is Brahman. Now, Atma is Brahman, we have to accept from Vedanta. We don't have a way of verifying. Oh, then you say we have to accept blindly. What is the difference between me and what is the Veda also telling me blindly follow something? Blind belief? No. Vedanta says you analyze your own experience. In that analysis of your own experience, you will understand what I am telling is truth. Don't try to find out an experience, new experience. Your day-to-day experience, you analyze. In the day-to-day experience, always you find the truth. Right now, you are ignoring the truth. In movie, when you see, the screen is always behind. But you don't give attention to movie screen. Your always attention is on the movie plot, romance, fight, anger. The screen is always behind you, forget it. So look at your own experience and you'll realize that you are Brahman. So how do I do that? You have to listen to Shruti, the teaching of Vedas. Oh my God, the Shruti is very difficult for me. The teaching of Shruti is not easy because Rishis discovered it and they told the truth. I don't understand the language. I don't understand the meaning. Then Sri Shankaracharya comes to our help. He has written many Prakarana Granthas, the foundation texts, which will help us to understand the teaching of Shrutis. Shrutis are the revelation and Smritis are the relations. It is like a complex science textbook is there. A simplified version has to be prepared for us to understand the complex thing. The teaching of Tattvamasi, you are that, I'm not able to understand. Sri Shankaracharya gives Tattvabodha, Vivek Chudamani, and many other texts. They're called Prakarana Granthas, which will help us to understand the teaching of Upanishads, teaching of Vedas. Then that's called Prakarana. This is a great contribution of Shankaracharya. Dragdashi Viveka, Tattvabodha, Vivek Chudamani. Many of these will help us to understand the teaching of Upanishads very easily. Then Shankaracharya has also written some texts called Siddhi Grantha for more advanced seekers. Advaita Siddhi, Naishkarmi Siddhi. And then Sri Shankaracharya has written Bhashya. Bhashya means commentary. The Upanishads, major 10 Upanishads, he has written a commentary so that we can understand the teaching of Upanishad. Then he has written a commentary on Brahmasutra for us to understand the logic of Upanishads. In that way, Sri Shankaracharya has done a great, remarkable contribution to the human society by teaching us from Prakarana Granthas, Stotras, Bhashyas. He has made the teaching of Vedas and Upanishads available to common people like us. We have to be very thankful, grateful to Sri Shankaracharya for this contribution. So it said that knowledge alone can liberate. Now, what is this knowledge which can liberate? So for that, let us go through Sri Shankara's teaching on Brahmasutra, on Mandukya Upanishad. Why Mandukya Upanishad? Mandukya Upanishad is a very small Upanishad, 12 shlokas. In that 12 shlokas, the teaching of Shankara, Advaita, can be beautifully illustrated based on Shankara Bhashya. Jivatma, Paramatma, Ekatvam, that can be understood. So Mandukya Upanishad starts with the Om Ityekaksharam Sarvam. Om is all that is there. Yad Bhutam Echa Bhavyam. What was there in the past, what is there in the future, and what is there in the present. The Om is Brahman. Echanyat trikaladhitam tadapi omkaram eva. So there is something in the time and space, something is beyond time and space. That also is Omkara. So Mandukya Upanishad starts with the definition of Brahman. Who is Brahman? Brahman means infinite. What is infinite? Whatever we see in the world is infinite. World is infinite. The world is not infinite. The world was there in the past, in the present, and in the future also there is something in there. The past, present, and future, whatever is appearing is Brahman. What appears in the world, past, present, future? Entire universe. And living beings, animals, all living and non-living beings is Brahman. Yad bhutam echa bhavyam. So Brahman is clear. So the totality is Brahman. The totality, Brahman is Brahat, infinite. The totality is infinite and it's called Brahman. So now the totality includes me also, the individual also, all Jiva and Jagat, everything is included. So Echanya Trikalatitam Tadapi Omkaram. What is beyond time? So then you say, oh, there must be something beyond time also, beyond space also. Beyond time and space also something must be there. What is beyond time and space? That also is Omkara. That means Omkara is all inclusive. Everything is Omkara. How is that Omkara? How is that Brahman? Everything in the universe, what we see and feel and touch and smell, has a name to it. Nama. A banana is a name, Nama. A mango is a name. Name and form is the world. The world is nothing but world in our mind. World is nothing but word, Nama and Rupa. And name comes from Akshara, the alphabets. Omkara has 3 alphabets: Akara, Ukara, Makara. These are the only 3 alphabets which are coming, which doesn't use a tongue. These are the original sounds. Any other sound, ka, ki, the tongue is used to mix the air. So Akara, Ukara, Makara represents all the sound production in the world. Every name, donkey, monkey, in any language, Akara, Ukara, Makara is the basic sound. It is like modern day television set. In the modern day television set, you will get a million colors, the latest television set. But million colors are not there. When the signal is transmitted, there are only 3 colors: red, green, blue, RGB. The RGB are called primary colors. The primary colors are mixed in various proportions to create millions of colors. Similarly, Akara, Ukara, Makara, Ma is mixed by the tongue in various proportions to produce all the sound patterns in the universe. That means all the names. The world is nothing but world, name. So the world is nothing but a thought in our mind, and thought is nothing but a name and form. So then, in that sense, whatever is there in the world, yad bhutam echa bhavyam, whatever is there past and present and future, is nothing but a name, Nama Rupa. So Omkara represents that Nama Rupa, Nama and Rupa. Echanyat Trikala tadapi Omkaram eva. So there is something beyond name and form. What is it beyond name and form? I don't know. I can't speak. Silence. Because what is beyond name and form, I don't know. No name can say. Silence. The silence is beyond the name and form. When we chant Omkara, Om, the silence is there. Om, silence is there. That Om represents everything manifest in the world. The silence represents unmanifest reality. So the Omkara in that sense represents the totality, manifest and unmanifest, Vyakta, Avyakta. The manifest is called Saguna Brahma, unmanifest is called Nirguna Brahma. So Omkara represents both Saguna and Nirguna. That's why Om Ityekaksharam Sarvam. Om is everything, the totality. Om is the formula for the totality. So this is the definition given by Mandukya Upanishad. Om is the totality, Brahman. So the totality includes all living and non-living, Jiva and Jagat. I, me, and you, everybody is included in that. So then, next moment, Mandukya Upanishad says, I am Atma Brahma. Myself is Brahman. So I am Atma Chatushpat. I am Brahman. I am Atma Brahman. Myself is Brahman. See what courage you have. When you say world is infinite, the past, present, and future, and what is beyond time is also Brahman. And next moment, the Rishi says, he touches his chest and says, I am Atma Brahma. See the confidence. I am Brahman. How can I be Brahman? I am Atma Brahma. Myself is Brahman. I am Atma Chatushpat. There are 4 aspects to Atma. So now the Mandukya Upanishad is telling the Jiva Ishvara Ekatva. Shri Shankara is teaching Advaita. Jiva Ishvara Ekatva. Myself and the universe, Brahman. Pindanda means individual, and Brahmanda, the totality, is one. They cannot be separated out. The wave cannot be separated from water. The wave cannot be separated from ocean. The Pindanda and Brahmanda is one reality. The wave is water. The ocean is water. So Jivatma is Paramatma. That understanding alone can give us liberation. So the Mandukya Upanishad says, I am Atma Brahma. Myself is Brahman. Then next slokas are Mandukya Upanishad. Mandukya Upanishad is a very small Upanishad, the 12 slokas. Starts giving logic behind that. So logic is based on our own experience of waking state, dream state, deep sleep state. Jagrata, Swapna, Sushupti. So Mandukya Upanishad doesn't say, believe that I am Brahman. Understand your waking state, dream state, deep sleep. Then you'll recognize. So the Atma, the self, is four aspects. So when Rishi says, I am Atma Brahma, touches his chest, what does it mean? Is my shirt Atma? Or my chest Atma? Or my heart inside is Atma? What is that Atma? That Atma has to be understood. Next few slokas, Rishi tries to explain Atma. What is the meaning of Atma? Without understanding the words, we'll get confused. Atma is Brahman. We don't understand what is the meaning of that. So, when it touches the chest, that means something innermost is Atma. What is it innermost? We go through 3 states: waking state, dream state, and deep sleep state. Jagrata, Swapna, Sushupti. Waking state, dream state, deep sleep state. This is normal for all human beings, all living beings, including animals. So, in a waking state, I experience a body. In the dream state, I experience a body. In deep sleep, I don't have a body. The Mandukya Upanishad Rishi calls these 3 states, waking, dream state, deep sleep state, by different names. In the waking state, the Atma associates with the body. Then such Atma is called Vishwa. The waking state personality is called Vishwa. The dream state personality, dream state, I have body, dream body. The dream state personality is called Jiva, Taijasa. And deep sleep, also I have body. It's in a dormant condition. That body is called Prajna. So there's a body for experiencing something, waking state, dream state, deep sleep state. That waking state personality, waking state consciousness or Atma associated with the, associated, not identified, associated with the body is called Vishwa. In the dream state, the Atma associated with the dream character is Taijasa. In the deep sleep state, the person who is unconscious, Atma associated with that is called Prajna. Vishwa, Taijasa, Prajna. So these are the individual Pindanda, and there is corresponding Brahmanda, universe, cosmos. In the waking state, I experience the waking world. The Vishwa experience the waking world. In the dream state, Taijasa experience the dream world. And deep sleep state, Prajna experience the deep sleep world. Deep sleep world. So there is always a experience, a subject and object. The subject is Vishwa, Taijasa, and Prajna. And correspondingly, the cosmos is there, macrocosm is there, or Brahmanda is there. In the waking state, what I experience, the gross world is called Virat. The consciousness associated with Virat, gross world, is called Virat. So I become conscious of the external world, Virat. Then I become conscious of the internal world, dream world. That is called Hiranyagarbha. And there's I'm unconscious. There's a dream world, deeply sleep world. It's called Ishvara. So there are, the whole experience is divided into a macrocosm and microcosm, Brahmanda and Pindanda. Pindanda, in Pindanda, there is Vishwa, Taijasa, and Prajna. In Brahmanda, Vaishwanara or Virat, Hiranyagarbha, and Ishvara, correspondingly, microcosm and macrocosm, Pindanda and Brahmanda. Are you clear? So, Pindanda and Brahmanda appears to be separate. I'm separate from the world. In the macro, waking state, dream state, deep sleep state, that sense of separation is deep. Because seer is seen separate from the seen. Obviously. Right? But what we don't understand, deep within, there is something which is underlying both. The cosmos, macrocosm, and microcosm. That is called Brahman. In the movie, there are different characters. They appear to be separate. They are fighting with each other. But the background screen is same. In the river, the two banks are separate. Left bank and right bank. And there's deep water there. If you go inside the water, the two banks are not two, but one. Similarly, Pindanda and Brahmanda, the microcosm and macrocosm is one reality called Brahman. For analysis purpose, the macrocosm and microcosm is divided as Vishwa, Virat, Vaishwanara, Taijasa, Hiranyagarbha, Prajna, Ishvara, 6 characters. So, consciousness or Chaitanyam, Atma is different from all of this. It's like a screen. In the waking state, I experience a waking body, waker's body. So that one who is experiencing the waker's body is called Vishwa. So the body is anatma, non-self. It's an object. So our entire experience is divided into subject and object. When I experience the world is object, but I am the subject. Body is the subject. But from the awareness point of view, Sakshi point of view, body is also object. What is called object is called anatma. It's not me, not Atma. So body is anatma. The consciousness associated with the individual body called Vishwa. And similarly, the world is anatma. World is also object of my experience. The consciousness associated with the world is called Virat. So anatma is two types: individual body and cosmic body. Individual body and cosmic body. Right? So that's why Upanishad, Mandukya Upanishad says 6 types of beings or 6 types of experience, or rather 6 aspects, 6 ways. Atma associated with anatma called individual body in the waking state is called Vishwa. Atma associated with the universal cosmic body, the universe in the waking state is called Virat. Atma associated with the dream body is called Taijasa, and Atma associated with the dream world is called Hiranyagarbha. Atma associated with the deep sleep unconscious individual is called Prajna, and Atma associated with the unconscious world, where world is in dormant condition, that is called Ishvara. Very clear? So this for analysis purpose, understanding purpose. Vishwa, Taijasa, Prajna, Virat, Hiranyagarbha, Ishvara. So are they separate? So Atma is self, Atma is consciousness, Chaitanyam. It is none of this. Screen is none of the character in the movie, but movie characters are superimposed on the screen. So then we don't see the screen. Similarly, Vishwa, Taijasa, Prajna, Hiranyagarbha, Virat, Hiranyagarbha, Taijasa are the 6 aspects. So Atma is beyond all these 3. Vishwa, Taijasa and Prajna. It is beyond 3. Beyond the waker, dreamer and deep sleep. It's called Turiya. Turiya is not any of these. But all of these are Turiya because they appear and disappear. Wave is water, but water is not wave. And wave has no independent existence. That's why it is called Mithya. Anatma is Mithya. They have no independent existence. They depend on the Atma to appear and disappear. A gold and necklace. Necklace has no independent existence called necklace. Necklace is appearance of gold. Like that, Anatma is appearance of Atma. So go to a gold jeweler. Give me one necklace. I don't want gold. It's not possible. Necklace is nothing but gold only. So the universe is nothing but appearance of Atma. Individual body is nothing but appearance of Atma. But Atma is none of this. Gold is not a necklace. Necklace is gold. So let us look at, let us analyze our waking state, dream state, deep sleep state. So you waker Vishwa. So the waker Vishwa, the Upanishad says, Saptanga Ekona Vimshati Mukaha Bahish Pradnaha. Ekona Vimshati Mukaha, waker has 19, Ekona Vimshati is 19 aspects. 5 karmendriyas, 5 organs of action. 5 jnanendriyas, 5 sense organs. 5 pranas, pancha prana. Manasu buddhi ahankara chitta. This is together called waker. The consciousness associated with the waker is called Vishwa. Vishwa is the name given to the consciousness. Saptangaha, 7 aspects, dimensions. What are they? The heaven, which means the upper sky. Body of this 7 upper sky. That is the head. The sun and moon are eyes. This is, we are describing a cosmic personality. Microcosm is described as 19 aspects. The macrocosmic is described as Virat Purusha. The space, the sky is the head. The sun and moon are the eyes. The wind, atmosphere is the lungs. The ocean is the kidney. The earth is the legs. So like that, the cosmic person, Virat Purusha, has 7 anga parts. So Atma associates with the individual self, Vishwa, and cosmic person, Virat Purusha, to experience Vaishpradnaha, extroverted, gross vision. The microcosm and macrocosm description is given. Microcosmic description is Vishwa, macrocosm is Virat Purusha. Similarly, in deep sleep state, dream state, Taijasa is Ajni Saptanga Ekonamshiti Mukha. The dream character has 19 aspects. Pancha Dhanindriya, Pancha Karmendriya, Pancha Prana, Manas Buddhi Ahankar Chitta. 19 aspects. And Saptangaha. The space is the head, sun and moon are the eyes, the air is the lungs, the dream world. And oceans are the kidney, and earth is the legs. Virat, the cosmic person in the dream state. It's called Hiranyagarbha. In deep sleep state, I don't know who am I. I am there as unconscious. The jiva is there as unconscious. There's no, I don't know who am I. I don't know what is there outside. The world outside there is called Ishvara. And I am the experience of the world is called Prabda. So there are three aspects are described. Saptangaha, Ekonavimshati Mukha, Vaishpradnaha is Jagrata. Saptangaha, Ekonavimshati Mukha, Antapradnaha, Taijasa. One who is enjoying deep sleep, Yatra Sukto, Na Kanchana Kamayati, he is enjoying the bliss, is called Prabda. Now, what is the relationship between these three? We'll understand. So we'll ask Mr. Vishwa. Mr. Vishwa is working in the Bangalore today morning. He has a family. The moment he wakes up, he has a body and he has a world. So Mr. Vishwa works in Bangalore as a software engineer and goes to dream state. Suddenly Bangalore disappears, body disappears, family disappears, a dream world appears. In dream world, he is working in America. He is a musician. He doesn't even know Bangalore. So now, Mr. Vishwa, the dream character is called Mr. Taijasa. Taijasa is working in America. So if you ask Taijasa, he'll say there's nobody Mr. Vishwa, because when he has experienced Taijasa is experiencing his life, he thinks it's real. He doesn't know who is Vishwa. He doesn't, there's no Vishwa, there's no waking world, there's no waker world, there's no waking character, waking body. Only dream world and dream experience is real. He says that's the only reality. But when you wake up, Vishwa says, Taijasa is unreal. That's a dream. Nothing is real in that. The dream world is unreal. So for Vishwa, Taijasa or dream world is unreal. Dream character is unreal. For waker, dream character is unreal. For dreamer, waking character is unreal. For dreamer, waking world is unreal. Waker is unreal. For waker, dream world is unreal. Dreamer is unreal. For deep sleep person, there's nothing. There's no world. There's no body. The waker's world, waker's body. Dreamer's world, dreamer's body. None of them are real. None of them are there. He is only blissful. Bliss is there. I experience bliss. So if you look at this, the waker is very distinct from dreamer. The dreamer is distinct from deep sleep. There are three different personalities. But you will never say I am three different personalities. You'll say I am the waker, I am the dreamer, I am the sleeper. There's an integrated personality there. There's an integration there in the waking, dreamer, and deep sleep. The waker says dreamer is unreal, dreamer says waker is unreal, deep sleep person says the waker and dream character are unreal. From the understanding of course, deep sleep person doesn't say, but after waking only he'll say. Then out of these three are distinct personalities. Who is the real? The one who is real must be somewhere in all of these three. That one who is real in all of these three is the real. That is the Sakshi. That's the Atma. That's why you don't say there are three different personalities. Morning one person, the dream one, and deep sleep one. There's no three different things. One integrated personality is there. the dream, the deep sleep person, the sakshi, witness, which is beyond waking state, dream state, deep sleep state. That's called turiya. Turiya is not a state. Turiya is there, the background of all the states. So now when say Rishi says, I am Atma Brahma, he is saying the innermost self is Brahman. The innermost self is called Pratyagatma. So I can't understand I am Brahman. It's very difficult for me to understand Brahman. But innermost self, in the deep sleep, I am the Pradna. The Pradna is experiencing bliss. That's why all of us like bliss, happiness. Oh, I had a very blissful sleep, I'll say. So for you, for Pradna, if you say you are blissful, then it makes more sense to me. Oh, Brahman is blissful, I am also blissful. So there's some relationship I can't. But in waking state, if I say you are Anandamaya, I can't accept it. In deep sleep, what you are is Brahman or Atma. If you say, it is more meaningful, because in deep sleep there's no other. There's Advaita, non-dual. Of course, I am unconscious, but this is non-dual, Advaita. And I am blissful. Brahman is Advaita, non-dual. So for the deep sleep character, somewhere this Tattvamasi makes more sense. If you say Pradna is Brahman, that's why Rishi says, I am Atma Brahma, means innermost self, which is referring to Pradna, is nothing but Pratyagatma, Sakshi, Brahman. Sakshi is Brahman. So teaching is given to the Pradna, the knower. Pradna is knower. The knower does not know he is the Sakshi and Sakshi is Brahman, he doesn't know. That teaching has to be given. So the Pradna means one who has, Pradna is the one who has no knowledge of self or the other. So the knowledge is given to the waking state. I am Atma Brahma, this self is Brahman. Okay. So that knowledge is given to the waking state guy. Waking state guy, my dear waking state guy, you are Vishwa, who is nothing but Pradna appearing as Vishwa, who is nothing but Atma appearing as Vishwa, who dream character is nothing but Atma appearing as Taijasa. Deep sleep is nothing but Atma as appearing as Pradna. So as Pradna, you understand bliss. As Pradna, you understand non-duality, at least experience non-duality. So understand you are the Pratyagatma, innermost self, beyond this waking state, dream state, deep sleep state. And that is Brahman, non-dual. So this teaching is given. So if we look at our life, we are born somewhere, grow up, become old, and have a disease and die. In all the process, the body keeps on changing, the mind keeps on changing, intellect keeps on changing, the place keeps on changing. But there's something unchanging in all of us. I was born, I grew up, I am there, I become old. That I, the word which I use, I, is pointing to something which is unchanging in me. Everything else changes. But I live my whole life confusing and identifying myself with the body and mind and intellect. This adnana, ignorance, has to be removed to point out to you in the waking state, dream state, deep sleep state. There's something beyond that waking, dream, sleep state, which is there as background of all. That is called Atma, Pratyagatma, innermost self. And the Pratyagatma, innermost self, is Brahman. This teaching has to be given. That's why Rishi says, I am Atma Brahma. He says that I am Atma means innermost self, which is Pratyagatma, which is beyond waking state, dream state, deep sleep state. That's Brahman. But you'll understand more easily when the Pradna, with respect to Pradna, because Pradna is blissful. Pradna has non-duality. So with respect to Pradna is blissful. So same Atma appears as waker, dreamer, and deep sleep state. Same Atma. It's like an actor appearing as a beggar, rich man, or poor man. But actor is not affected. The Atma is not affected by any of these. So now what is the relationship between these? Are the four aspects of Atma. The fourth aspect of Atma, innermost self, is defined as Turiya. Turiya is na anta pradnaha, na baish pradnaha, na ubaya pradnaha, na pradnana ganam. So in the waking state, dream state, and deep sleep state, there is subject object consciousness. Subject and object. In the waking state, subject is there. I am the subject because I associate myself with the body. I am the subject. And the world is the object. I associate myself with the anatma called body. There is a subject and experience the world. In dream state also there is subject. In deep sleep state, the subject and object are dormant conditions. They are there, but it is in dormant condition. So antapradnaha, baishpradnaha means extra, the one I am experiencing in the waking state, outer consciousness, or one I am experiencing inner consciousness, which is thoughts, feelings, and emotions, or dream character. I am not. Now, ubhaya pradnaha, not the both. No pradnanagaraha, not an unconscious state. I'm pure consciousness, pure awareness. There's no that pure awareness where there's no subject object duality, Advaita, that Atma I am. That's called Turiya. So that way, the relationship with macrocosm and microcosm is brought out beautifully in the Mandukya Upanishad. So the Akara now comes to, this is actually the states of the individual. Then Brahman already we have told Omkara. So Akara, Ukara, Makara, Brahman is already told entire cosmos, entire everything. So the pointer to Brahman is Omkara. The pointer to individual is I, Aham. Jiva is pointed by Aham, I am. The innermost I am is called Pratyekatma. And the world is pointed out as Brahman, which is Omkara. Now Omkara and Aham, we have to equate. Jivatma, Paramatma. Akara is nothing but Virat. Ukara is nothing but Hiranyagarbha. Makara is nothing but Ishvara. One who meditates, now we are coming to meditation, Upasana. One who meditates, I am appearing as, I am is associated with Virat Purusha, the macrocosm. I'm not just the individual microcosm, I am the macrocosm. This is called Virat Purusha Upasana. Upasana means meditation. Jnana means understanding. So Jnana is already told, who are you? I am Atma, innermost self is Brahman, accept it. Now, you want to remove your vasanas and impressions, you can do Upasana, meditation. So the waking state, Akara is the cosmic personality, Virat. Atma is associated with the Virat Purusha. In this meditation, it's called Virat Purusha Upasana. Saptanga Ekono Vimshati Mugaha. The cosmos and microcosmos is illuminated by Atma. With that understanding, if one who does Upasana, he will get Sarvasiddhi. He will become successful in life because he sees the world, the macrocosmic world is related to him. It's not separate from him. He's not fighting against the world. He is seeing the world as one appearance in Atma. As a subject, as an individual, I'm separate from the world. But as Atma, the world is not separate from you. That's called Vishwarupa. This is called Virat Purusha Upasana. Then there's a Hiranyagarbha Upasana, one who meditates. Akara is Virat. Because means everything in the world, every alphabet has pervaded. Akara is there in all the alphabets, all pervading reality. Waking state. Akara is there in everything. Ka, Ra, La, Ki, everywhere Akara is required. That's why all pervading Akara is the waking world, Virat. So Atma is Virat Purusha Upasana means the Atma is appearing as Virat Purusha. I am appearing as Virat Purusha. One who does this meditation, I am. Atma is I am. He becomes free from, he has become successful in life. Then one who does Ukara, Ukara is Hiranyagarbha. He is the intermediate stage. It's a dream state. So Ukara is Hiranyagarbha. Atma is appearing as Hiranyagarbha. One who does this Upasana will have a Atma Jnana because he has gone subtler reality. Makara. Makara is Ishvara. Makara is a termination. Om. Om. From Makara, all sounds will go back to Makara and all sounds will start from Makara. The rise and fall happens. From the causal state of Makara, everything rises and falls. So one who meditates, Makara is Ishvara. I am that Ishvara. I means Atma is Ishvara. He attains the Sarvasiddhi. He attains supreme reality. One who realizes I am Brahman, I am Brahmasmi, Atma is Brahman, will become Jivan Mukta, liberated when he is alive. So this is a briefly summary of teaching of Mandukya Upanishad. With respect to Sri Shankara's Bhashya, Sri Shankara's teachings, we have tried to understand Sri Shankara's teaching, Brahma Satya, Jagan Mithya. The waking world appears and disappears, it's Mithya. The dream world appears and disappears, it's Mithya. The deep sleep world appears and disappears, it's Mithya. But what is there constantly? The I, pure awareness, which doesn't appear and disappear, is Satya. And that is Brahman. So I am Brahman. That realization is called Jnana. Now this Jnana is actually called Aparoksha Jnana. It is not a belief that I am Brahman. No, believe that Vedas are saying I am Brahman. Look at your own life. The I am what you are speaking of has not changed. Waking state, dream state, deep sleep, it doesn't change. It's always there as awareness of background of everything. Brahman is the unchanging reality. And your awareness is required for eliminating the entire world. The waking state, dream state, deep sleep world is eliminated by your awareness. If your awareness is not, there is no world. The world is sustained by that awareness, Brahman. The world is Mithya. That awareness is Brahman. Where is the world without awareness? That's why realize that you are the Atma Jyoti, the light of the self, awareness which eliminates the entire world. Antar Jyoti, Bahir Jyoti, Pratyak Jyoti, Paratpara, Jyotireva Jyoti, Swayam Jyoti, Atma Jyoti, Shivasmiham. I am the light illuminating the outer world. The outer world is not there without my awareness. Awareness is a substratum of the outer world. I am the light inner world. Antar Jyoti. I am the world illuminating. I am the light illuminating the deep sleep world. Because deep sleep, I know there's a deep sleep. There's a happiness, bliss. Deep sleep, I know that there's nothing is there. I am the light, awareness, Atma Jyoti. I am the light beyond all lights, Paranjyoti, because I am non-physical light. Physical light appears and disappears. I am Pratyak Jyoti. I am Swayam Jyoti. Everything light, physical light, external world, internal world, waking state, dream state, deep sleep state appear and disappear. But I don't appear and disappear. I am there always as a witness of all these states. Swayam Jyoti, I am self-luminous light. I don't need any light to illuminate me. I am that Atma. I am that Brahman. So this is the teaching of Mandukya Upanishad. This is the teaching of Sri Shankaracharya. We should be very, very grateful to Sri Shankaracharya for giving us this beautiful teaching, helping us to understand with the clarity, with Jnana. So I am Brahman is not just a belief. It's your experience. It's a direct experience. Do you exist? Yes. Do you exist in the deep state? Yes. Deep sleep state? Yes. Do you exist in the waking state? Yes. I as existence and I as awareness will never go through any changes. Everything else goes through changes. That's called Brahman. So this acceptance is called Atma Jnana. This is called what we call as using Veda Pramana, understanding myself based on my own experience, what is reality. So Veda Pramana is called Aptavakya. And when I understand I am that Atma, it is called Aparoksha Jnana. Tattvamasi means that you are. That's a third party reference. That's I am Atma, I am Brahman. When you recognize yourself, it's called Aparoksha Jnana. So ultimately, the teaching has to result in Aparoksha Jnana. Sri Shankaracharya has shown us the way. Let us offer our pranams to Sri Shankaracharya. on this occasion of Shankara Jayanti, may Sri Shankara, avatar of Shri Bhagwan Shiva, bless all of us. Let us sit silently for some time. Close your eyes. We go through three states: waking state, dream state, deep sleep state. In the waking state, I'm associated with the waker body. In the dream state, I'm associated with the dream state body. In the deep sleep, I'm associated with the sleeper's body. Waker world, dream world, deep sleep world, I experience. I'm called Vishwa, Taijasa, Pradna. In these states, the universe, cosmos is called Virat, Hiranyagarbha, and Ishvara. I am the one reality which illuminates Vishwa and Virat, Taijasa and Hiranyagarbha. Pradna and Ishvara. I am the Atma, Turiya, beyond these. The Turiya is Brahman, all pervading reality. I am the manifest and the unmanifest. I am beyond manifest and unmanifest. Manifest changes, but I am not undergoing any change. I am the witness of the changes. I am pure awareness, Pradnanam Brahma. Become aware of the body. Body undergoes changes. The witness of the body, I am, does not undergo change. I am the Sakshi. Become aware of the mind, thoughts come and go. But I am the Sakshi, I don't change. I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, I'm not the intellect. I'm pure awareness, Atma. Atma is Brahman. The world appears in me and disappears in me. What appears and disappears is mithya. I am the witness of the world, Atma. Atma is Brahman. Brahman alone is Satya. Brahma Satya, Jagan Mithya. Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamuduchyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Nanu Nanembul Nanalla Ideha Manabuddhi Nanalla Sachidanandatma Shivananane Shivoham Shivoham Shivoham. I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, I'm not the intellect, I'm pure consciousness, Shivasruti. Antarjyotihi, Bahirjyotihi, Pratyakjyotihi, Paratpara, Jyotireva Jyotihi, Swayam Jyotihi, Atma Jyotihi, Shivosmiham. I am the light of the self, awareness, Atma Jyoti. I am the light illuminating the entire world, Jagat Jyoti. I am the light beyond all lights, Paranjyoti. I am the self-luminous light, Swayam Jyoti, light of love, compassion, and wisdom. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Rub both of hands. Give out to the eyes. Slowly open your eyes. With that, we are concluding today's special satsang. Shri Shankara, Upadeshamrita, the nectar of teaching of Shri Shankara. Advaita is the nectar. Jivatma, Paramatma, Ekatvam is the nectar. Let's with the offering respect to Shri Shankara, we'll close the discussion. Any questions are there? Anybody has a question? You can ask. Unmute. That is unmuted. Was it clear? Any confusions? Any questions? Deepti, you are saying something?
Yes, Pranam Gurudeva.
Pranam.
I have one question.
Mm-hmm.
When we say that right now when we are listening, we are going through the discourses, through the knowledge, to the wisdom words, this is all happening in the waking state.
Correct.
Now, when I say that it's in this waking state itself, the active breathing and whatever the living entity, the movement, the functionality. So the movement is a part of waking state, I can say. Any kind of action, kriya, is a part of the waking state.
Absolutely.
So in the same waking state, so if movement and motion is aligned to the waking state, when I'm listening to the discourses and there is someone who is not aligning or listening to the discourses,
that is the jiva, ignorant.
Yes. So there is one jiva which is aspiring to become a learned jiva and get into the knowledge path and become into the witness path.
Yeah.
So to take a flight to the witness, I can imagine it like that. So in the same waking state, I see a person who is in front of me and is demanding a lot of what can I say? The mithya. So like one should acknowledge to the other's word that they have taught, they have done all those good and right things. But when I see from a discretion point of view of wisdom, it appears to me unreal. It doesn't click to me. But if any word of this comes, it becomes very aggressive enough to not accept it. That moment it just came to me. I just came across one of the examples yesterday. So when you were speaking this thing, it was correlating to me at that moment. So that moment was one when for the first time to what I was speaking and what I was experiencing, they were two different things. Because my role as a speaker was to console that person, whatever that Jeev wanted. And in my brain, it was an active intellectual thinking which I gave to myself that I can realize, because my understanding and realization, how far it is, I have no idea. But intellectually, for the first time, I was able to give this word that this is a dream world, what the person is doing. And I don't have to become a part of their dream anymore.
Correct.
So for that thing, even if they're in their dream, they imagine me as a character and I should say this, that, sorry, and consoling words to them. So it's okay. It has nothing to do with me. I am not here to impart any wisdom words to them.
As long as you know that you are the witness playing the role, there's no problem. But if you become the role, that's a problem.
So that moment because there was no rescue, and for the first time I realized that these words which have always been pouring over me, that this is a dream world, you are the sakshi, I have been listening to it. That was a practical moment where I have to acknowledge to this truth, otherwise I would end up into the role playing only. Correct. And it will become a lot of karmic. And then that moment I realized that only it's the witness which makes you free, intellectually also and through wisdom. What we say that then there is no karmic zone, then you can come out of it. Otherwise every moment it's a huge karma and it will keep on going.
Correct.
My question, what I realized was, so one who with the wisdom, even with the intellectual, when we play the role and we come out of the role while playing itself, I mean, I was able to imagine like two characters, the one who was playing and the one who was guiding the play.
Correct.
And then I realized, the one who was observing me, there was another fellow person who was observing me, that you said all these things. Meka, no, that was needed, so that's why I said, but I have nothing to do with it. So that moment he said that now the karmic zone won't come on you. Meka, no, it won't come, because it was a need of that person. That person was getting a heart stroke. Those consoling words were needed for him.
Correct. Correct.
And that was my role needed. And I have nothing to do with it, because I don't want to come into their dream world anymore.
Correct.
If just by saying a little good fancy words and I can take an exit and it's not harming, I don't think so it is any of my karma which is
Any
coming.
role is perfectly okay as long as you don't identify the role. Play well. A wife role or mother's role, a guru's role, any role is okay. But as long as you are not a Sakshi playing the role, is fine.
Yes. And one more thing I realized while listening, that these teachings, probably when the moments of action comes, when they have to come into practice, they take over you.
Correct.
I cannot decide that I will do, but to me this individual appears that I'm doing it intellectually, but actually it is something beyond which takes over. Otherwise, I would have been possible. I could have done it other ways also.
Sakshi or Atma is beyond intellect. Okay.
Yes.
We are actually only clearing the block which is created by intellect. The knowledge is intellectual only, because that will only remove the block.
Yes.
Okay. Clouds can be removed, but sun is already there.
Yes.
Like that. So Atma, you are already there. We are only removing intellectual block and wrong knowledge. That's intellectual only, but that will help you to clear. This sunlight, Atma will shine. That's all.
Yes.
Okay. You don't get Atma because you're already Atma. The sun is already there. The clouds have to be dispersed.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Very good.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Hari Om. Hari Om.
Anybody else? Any questions?
Guruji, Vishwa Taijasa Pragna. Once again, can you explain, Guruji? If you don't
Okay.
mind.
No. Vishwa is a waking state body. Right now you are Vishwa. In the
Okay,
dream, you are a
Guruji.
dream character. You are Cinderella. You are Taijasa. In deep sleep, you are Pragna.
Pragna. So in the state of Pragna, that is, I am Ishvara. I am Brahman. So that is the same state that.
In the state of Pragna, there is a word, experienced word, and experiencer, right? Experience, subject, and object. The object is always related to Virat, Hiranyagarbha, and Ishvara. To realize I am beyond subject and object is called Brahman.
Okay. Thank you, Guru.
So, anybody else? Any questions, please?